Hello and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Human Story Exhibition inaugurated in Buraimi Governorate. Ministry of Education issues statement on bus accident in South Albatana. European Parliament panel nod to visa-free travel for Omani citizens. US envoy lauds India's generous humanitarian support to Afghans. India's first open-source satellite InCube to be launched this month. Sikh woman shot dead outside gas station in Canada. FIFA World Cup, Brazil moved to quarterfinals, thrashed South Korea 4-1 in round of 16 match. Neymar pays tribute to ailing Pele. Those are the headlines. Now for the local stories for the day. A Human Story exhibition was inaugurated in Buraimi Governorate on Monday, December 5, 2022 to show various handicrafts and traditional industries. The Human Story exhibition opened yesterday in Al Hilal Fort in the Vilayat of Buraimi. It includes two exhibition halls, the first dedicated to stimulating life in the 70s and 80s of the last century, and the second containing a promotional exhibition for various handicrafts and traditional industries. The exhibition aims to promote the values of citizenship and Omani identity and to invest in the forts in the governorate and operate them by implementing various historical and cultural exhibitions. In addition to empowering Omani women with various cultural, social and economic skills. The exhibition will continue in its first launch for a period of 6 months, during which it will include a group of various activities, the most important of which are training workshops on the manufacture of perfumes and smokes, camps, leadership development and others. The occasion was sponsored by His Excellency Sheikh Dr. Hilal bin Ali Al-Habsi, Wali of Buraimi, in the presence of a number of representatives of government and private agencies. The Ministry of Education issued an explanation about the collision that occurred between two school buses in South Albatana Governorate. The Directorate General of Education in South Albatana Governorate would like to clarify that all the injured cases in the collision that occurred between the two buses of Imam Khanbash bin Muhammad School for Basic Education and Ibn al-Haytham Private School in the Vilayat of Masanna have received treatment at the health centre in the Vilayat of Masanna and at Al-Rustaq Hospital, the Ministry said in a statement. All students returned to their homes after confirming their health condition with confirmation that there were no serious injuries among the injured. The Directorate extends its thanks to the institutions and individuals who provided assistance during the accident. The collision between the two buses occurred on Monday, December 5, 2022, and all injury cases were between moderate and light. The Civil Liberties Committee of the European Parliament has approved visa-free travel for citizens of Oman, Qatar, Kuwait and Ecuador, a statement said. The EU Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs endorsed a proposal to grant visa-free travel of up to 90 days to citizens of Kuwait, Qatar, Oman and Ecuador on Thursday. 42 votes in favour, 16 were against and 0 abstaining. But in the case of Kuwait, the members supported visa freedom on the condition of a moratorium on death penalty. They said visa freedom can be used to develop the partnership between EU countries and the Gulf states, emphasizing that a human rights dialogue must be part of such development. The MEPs noted that Ecuador has consistently demonstrated its commitment to respecting human rights, although more work is needed on prison conditions, women's rights and the right of indigenous people and refugees, among other things. The draft legislation will now have to be endorsed by the full House of the European Parliament. Then the Parliament and European Council can negotiate the final form of the legislation. When the law takes effect, each visa waiver would be negotiated bilaterally between the EU and third countries. MEPs said the dialogue between the EU countries and the Gulf states should happen at least annually, and the European Parliament should be informed of the progress, adding that visa waivers should be cancelled if there is no progress in areas of concern. Those are a few of the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
Play, you listen.
You talk, we listen.
You got something to say? We want to hear it.
95.4 in Muscat.
And 91 in Salalah.
Music, news, views, and everything in between.
TFM.
TFM.
Let's talk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. U.S. Special Representative to Afghanistan Thomas West met top Indian representatives on Monday and discussed shared interests in the war-ravaged country. His visit to India is part of a three-nation trip including Japan and the United Arab Emirates. Special Representative West is engaging with the Afghan diaspora, including human rights, business, political and media leaders, on how to address these challenges. The visit comes as the UN mission in Afghanistan has urged the Taliban to take immediate steps to end violence against women and the broader deterioration of women's rights as a vital part of efforts to establish a meaningful and sustainable peace. The Taliban took over Afghanistan in August 2021 and imposed policies severely restricting basic rights, particularly those of women and girls. They dismissed all women from leadership posts in the civil service and prohibited girls in most provinces from attending secondary school. The Taliban have carried out broader censorship, limiting critical reporting, and have detained and beaten journalists, according to Human Rights Watch. The Afghan economy collapsed after August 2021 as millions of people lost salaries when the US, World Bank, and other donors stripped the Central Bank of Afghanistan of its foreign assets and access to financial assistance. Over 90% of the Afghan population faced serious food insecurity, along with a lack of medicine and a rise in malnutrition-related diseases. Onkar Batra, a 12th standard student at BSF Senior Secondary School, Jammu, who has added another feather as India's first open-source satellite InCube developed by him, is going to be launched this month with the help of Indian Space Agency ISRO. InCube was prepared under the banner of Paradox Sonic Space Research Agency. This satellite was prepared under the banner of Paradox Sonic Space Research Agency and is going to be launched this month with the help of ISRO. Talking about his project, Onkar Batra Neb said that it weighs 1 kilogram and has been developed with the help of nanotechnology. He said that many universities and researchers in foreign countries are doing such work, so they decided to launch it in space with the help of India's ISRO agency. In India, the cost for its launch is rupees 20 to 80 lakhs, while in foreign countries this price goes into crores. He said that every satellite launched into space has a special mission. It also has two missions. One is whether such a lightweight satellite can work in space. The other will look at the temperature there to help researchers know what the weather conditions are like and how hard it is if they want to launch a satellite in space. Onkar Batra created the first website when he was 7 years old and made a place in the Guinness Book of World Records by becoming world's youngest webmaster male. And at the age of 12, he became the world's youngest theoretical author by writing his book When the Time Stops. He has created two companies. One was Batra Technologies in 2018 and the other was United India Publishing in 2019. A 21-year-old Sikh woman was shot dead in Canada in a shooting incident outside a gas station in Mississauga. The Peel Regional Police identified the victim as Pawanpreet Kaur on Monday and said that she was an employee of the gas station, sources reported. The Peel Regional Police provided policing services for Peel Region, Ontario, Canada. It is the second largest municipal police service in Ontario after the Toronto Police Service. The police revealed that the victim was from Brampton and added that when officials arrived at the shooting site, they saw the woman with gunshot wounds. Life-saving measures were attempted, but the woman died. Police said that they believe it was a targeted incident. The homicide unit has taken over the investigation. Officers are looking for a male suspect. Police said he did not pull the hood up over his head until shortly before shooting the victim at close range. After canvassing the area for video and interviewing witnesses, police have determined that the suspect was on foot in the area 3 hours before the shooting. Earlier, he was seen crossing over Britannia Road east of the intersection and crossing Credit View Road north of the intersection. After the shooting, he was seen running westbound across Credit View Road, then westbound on Britannia Road and then westbound onto Camp Green Circle. Those were the international stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with sports news. Stay tuned.
Play, you listen.
You talk, we listen.
You got something to say? We want to hear it.
95.4 in Muscat.
And 91 in Salalah.
Music, news, views, and everything in between.
TFM. Let's talk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the sports news. Goals from Vinicius Jr., Neymar, Richarlison and Paqueta helped Brazil advance into the quarterfinals of the ongoing FIFA World Cup after defeating South Korea by 4-1 in the round of 16 match at Stadium 974 Doha, Qatar on Monday. Starting off, the action was slow and took place mostly in the midfield. There was a lot of action in South Korea's half in the opening minutes. In the 7th minute, Vinicius Jr. gave Brazil an early lead. Rafinha went past Wang In-bom and entered Korea's box. He tried to give Neymar the ball, but it rolled to Vinicius, who steered a side-footed shot into the top right of the goal. Richarlison was brought down in the box in the 10th minute. Woo Young-jung was attempted to clear the ball, but brought down Richarlison in progress. Neymar came to take the penalty in the 13th minute and rolled it out in the bottom right corner in the net. With this goal, Neymar scored his 76th goal for Brazil, just one goal away from levelling the tally of Great Pele's tally of 77 goals. Brazil was off to a fantastic start, leading 2-0 within the first 15 minutes. Hee Chang-hwang almost scored one for South Korea for the 16th minute as he came cutting in from left, but Alisson made a brilliant save. From the 20th minute mark, both sides made shots at goal, with Neymar and Hwang making attempts for the respective sides. Heading to the halftime, Brazil was just passing the ball amongst themselves, and it seemed that all the belief and confidence was sucked out of the South Korean team. The scoreline read 4-0 at halftime in favor of the five-time champions. South Korea had something to cheer for in the 76th minute. The unbeatable wall named Alisson was finally breached as Paek Song-ho scored a stunner to make it 4-1. A comeback was not on cards, but at least the Asian side could open their account and get some consolation. Cho almost added second in South Korea's tally, but the offside flag came out. At the end of full time, the scoreline read 4-1 in favor of Brazil, who advanced to the quarterfinals. South Korea's run in the tournament came to a terrible end. Brazil enjoyed 55% ball possession, while South Korea enjoyed 45% of it. Brazil forward Neymar sent his best wishes to football legend Pelé on Monday after the South American team advanced to the World Cup quarterfinals with a 4-1 win over South Korea. Pelé, who won the World Cup 3 times for Brazil, is currently in hospital as he recovers from a respiratory infection and continues treatment for colon cancer. Brazil's players posed for a photograph holding a banner with the 82-year-old's image and name after the final whistle at Stadium 974. It's tough to talk about Pelé with what he is going through, Neymar told reporters. We wish he can get well soon. We hope we made him feel a bit more comfortable with the banner and with the victory. Neymar's first half penalty means the 30-year-old now has 76 international goals, one shy of Pelé's Brazil scoring record. The PSG player said he felt no ill effects of an ankle problem that forced him to miss Brazil's previous 2 matches against Switzerland and Cameroon. I didn't feel any pain in my ankle, he said. I want to thank the medical staff and the physiotherapist for helping me to fit for this match. I think I played well. I'm very happy with how the night went, but having said that, I think we can always improve. I can't be 100% satisfied. We can always get better. He also added, saying, we wanted to win the match to reach the next round, and that's what happened. The fans celebrated wonderfully inside the stadium, and we have to congratulate them. Those are the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.